So I think today, let's have a little bit of fun. I bought the most ridiculous boots. I think these are the coolest thing ever. I guess in light of Halloween, they're not so crazy now, but when I bought them in, I don't know, July, maybe they're a little crazy then. But I just think that I need to be a rock star to wear these. So I say, let's get our rock star on and let's do it in the Missy fashion. Let's make something out of something else. 2 dresses from Goodwill. One that I think the color really matches quite well, and one where the style alone, I probably would wear them together anyway. I don't think I would hesitate. However, this dress is too small for me, and the hem has come loose, which isn't a big deal. I can fix hems, but what better time to make an outfit that already is secondhand, so it's already been purchased, and so I don't feel bad tearing it apart. I love her for a different reason. She's from the 90s. She's been loved probably for many decades. So again, I don't feel bad tearing into her. Fabuloso shoes and my 2 Goodwill outfits. This is me if I was on the stage singing and I was going to be a performer. I would want to have some sort of hot shorts. I want some sort of halter top, performance gear. I got to be able to sing and dance on the stage. I'm not doing any of these things, granted. You know, with any sort of performance, you need a cool jacket. Maybe just the shoulder cap and then the length in the front. But in the back, it's totally cut out. There's just like a bar. Insanely adorable, awesome vampire teeth boots, and see if it's something that I could wear. Go and do my, masked singer performance. All right, I'll see you on the flip side. So I am digging through all of my patterns from the 1920s to current day to look for pieces that will match my vision that I'm looking to create. Okay, once again, here's my goal. Hot pant, halter top, some sort of high-shouldered half jacket in the front, and some sort of bar connecting it in the back. So to start with the shorts, I pulled some actual short patterns that are just shorts. Now these are going to be too long because I need them to be hot pants, but I do like the modern waistband because I'm a little thicker in the waist, and so tried and true, I know that I can just make these shorter and then have a decent amount of waistband. I found my way into some more short shorts, which actually have a very similar feeling fabric because I'm using a very unforgiving fabric. This thing doesn't have any real give to it, so something like this could actually really work. But again, I want it to be sexier. This one from the 80s is pretty sexy right here. It does come a little high in the waist, but again, I can alter that. So this one is actually more of a contender. But then I got into bathing suits. This one's giving a nice high cutout from the 60s. Same thing with the 60s. And then this one feels like it's got a little bit more give in the pattern. So I can move around on the stage, as it were. We've got a 70s play suit. And look at this girl. She is ready for action. I kind of really love what's going on here. This one from 2000 is really cool because I like the way it closes in the top like that. That could be the back also because it actually connects. Like I said, I wanted that bar in the back. Halter jacket. Then we go into the 90s. I've made this jacket before. It's in my Instagram. That length and the cutout, that's kind of literally what I'm looking for. So I'm probably going to use this piece. Again, I probably won't even use any of it because I'm using a dress that may or may not actually have any ability to follow a pattern. But I'm following it in my head. I like the cutout there. This is what I'm going for. I want it to flow in and out, look like I've got a jacket, even though the back is going to be missing. So my inspiration for that. This is my inspiration for the front or the back. I'm not even sure. Check that girl out. She's lunging hard. I think I have a plan. We'll see what happens. Got this girl. It looks like it might all be here, so let's find out. Okay, I got all I needed. All I needed was 2 pieces for my bodysuit because I'm not putting a collar on there. I'm not putting sleeves or a pocket. I just needed these 2 pieces right here. That's the fun of these old patterns and jumpsuits in general. So now let's take a look. First time out the gate. This is the front. Ooh,
she looks like she's gonna fit. I mean, a little snug, but you know, rock star outfits are snug. The whole point is I want the movement in the legs. I want to be able to move my body, so I just need there to be no leg involved.
So I find a place where I can actually pull one of the seams without losing too much fabric, but leaving the entire piece as one, so I have plenty of fabric to work with.
I'm just gonna give it a shot and hope for the best.
So obviously it's a very short, tiny dress, and I knew I didn't have a whole lot of fabric. So I realized that I needed to just focus on the bottom half so that I had a nice hot pant short situation going on, and then the top that I would figure out with the remainder of the fabric, which is a lot of times what happens when I'm making jumpers out of dresses or men's shirts, as it were. But I'm getting ready to cut this front piece, and something really cool happened. Getting ready to make my first cut, and I was placing the shoulder pieces aside that I realized something. The arms actually looked like the front of hot pants. It was so uncanny how much that looked like it, and I thought to myself, could I really get away with this? The crotch is going to be the hard part. As you can see, I'm very hesitantly cutting a very small piece of it, but the back side of this, the crotch was so long, I realized I could actually get away with this, and I needed the extra fabric. I stitched the back together and made sure that it would fit, and then I put the two pieces together, stitched them up to see what would happen.
Here's the moment of truth for my hot pants.
This is truly the first time I've placed these on my body, and I actually was very excited about these.
Oh, I think my hot pants work.
I got so excited, I decided I needed to put my boots on right away and show you how great they look. I love it, and I'm ready to go on. With the hard part out of the way, now it's smooth sailing. I'm just playing around with the remainder fabric on the dress form and on my own body, trying various options. I eventually took off the jumpsuit I was actually wearing in order to make it a little bit easier for me to fuss with. I got to a place where I was really happy with that, and I decided to move on from there. So now I'm going to focus on the jacket, which is literally in my head just going to be a strip of fabric on either side with some shoulders. The back's going to be fully open. I don't even have that much fabric to begin with. Got my corset on. Let's see what we're looking at here. So if we were to just do a vest, right? I mean, that chick's cool, right? She's very cool. Okay, so this is the back of the dress. And it almost works as a vest, but this is where it gets really cool. I have to fix this because it's got boobs in the back, right? And cut that out. And I've already got my length proper. I've already got this is practically done in a good way. So now I'm just trying to decide where on the seam I'm going to cut this out. Because it already had those seams going down the front of the chest, I could actually cut right down those seams. And the inside yoke, I was actually able to stitch it to the outside, and look at that. Now it's got a beautiful seam. Now I'm just stitching up the sides.
So this is a somewhat unforgiving style of fabric because it is very tightly woven. So what's going to happen is it's going to unravel really easily. And so it started off having a serged edge, which is a commercial type of sewing machine, which I have a serger. It's really nice to have to also go ahead and get that edge from fraying. So I have that one set up back there. I went ahead and serged the top of this back piece. This front piece already was stitched over because it had elastic in it. So I'm going to put a zipper in the back, and I just needed to serge that edge first to make sure that I don't lose fabric as I go along and stitch that down.
So here I am using my serger. It cuts and stitches at the same time. It makes beautiful edges. Now I'm placing my zipper in there, and I'm stitching the zipper up. It's a very short zipper. I didn't need a lot of room. I also went ahead and serged all of the loose edges of the top. It looks like a corset now. And I finished the top, the jacket, the hot pants, and it'll be ready in 3, 2, 1. I hope that I have inspired you to also want to go out to Goodwill and make yourself a fabulous masked singer, monster vampire outfit that you too could wear for Halloween, karaoke, a regular day out on the streets. Happy Halloween!